Fellas, we're doing a special extra episode for the boys, chatting with two of the best fellas in the world. But we want to tell you once again, if you haven't signed up for patreon.com/theboyscast, we are on our way. We just did a Black Friday sale.
Black Friday sale.
If you want to send up for the year, this is a Danny Polishek idea.
Yep.
And I think it was 15% off of the year. If you want to go right now, patreon.com/
Promo code BOYSCAST.
The BOYSCAST. Promo code for Black Friday.
Promo code Black Friday.
And then don't forget to catch me on tour. I'm coming to Las Vegas. I'm coming to Minneapolis, Edmonton, Phoenix, Portland, Tacoma, LA, Irvine, San Jose, Tampa, Salt Lake City, Denver, Atlanta, Baltimore, San Diego, RyanLongComedy.com.
And catch me December 4th in Albany, December 5th in Hartford, DannyComedy.com, and Edmonton and Vancouver early next year.
Woo!
Let's go.
The boys. It's the BOYSCAST. The lads. It's the BOYSCAST. The dudes. Prepare yourself for BOYSCAST. It's the bros. It's the BOYSCAST. The homies. It's the BOYSCAST. The dudes. Experience the BOYSCAST. The BOYSCAST.
And the Boys Cast. This is a special episode because
let me handle this. The Boys Cast is a special episode because of a mixture of stuff. Global warming has reached an all-time high in Iceland.
It's raining out.
And it's raining out. So please help me welcome the host of the Boys Cast, Ryan Long.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Danny, you were mentioning
Polishek.
you're mentioning
Yo.
this is a special episode.
Yes.
Why?
Well, because you're moving to London, he's moving to New York.
Yeah, you guys doing a home
You
swap?
moving to New York?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm
do a home
You guys
swap.
should do a full home swap.
Do you want a massively affordable and not even worth it apartment to move into?
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice
great.
patio, though.
Yeah, nice patio.
Yeah.
Well, the patio's on the market now.
Patio's in the market.
Has anyone made a bid?
No, I haven't officially told them I'm gone yet.
Really? Why London, Ari?
Lateral move. I like chicks with buck teeth.
No fluoride in the water?
Yeah.
Although that'll be gone here, too.
Yeah. Fish and chips is like my jam. Can't really find it here. Can't find good fish and chips.
Mr. Bean?
The Chippies? Are the Chippies in London?
Yeah. No. Here's the interesting thing: the chippies in
is not-
London
yeah.
are the worst out of all the chippies in the entire country.
Wow.
So you're going to be moving.
Well, I didn't know they did because I heard Adam Rowe talking about how they're so good in Liverpool.
Yeah.
What's a chippy?
He's a Scouser, and
He's a Scouser.
Scouser.
Anyone
you
from
talk-
if you're from Liverpool,
If
you're
you
a
talk
Scouser.
to
If you talk
any
like that.
Scouser, they will say that whatever they have is the best in Liverpool.
Yeah.
They'll be like paedophilia. We do it better in Liverpool.
Why
we've
does
got
London have
more
the worst
kids.
Chippies?
I don't know.
Is this a are we talking about fries?
Fish and chip shop.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a fish
okay.
and chip shop.
Come on, man. Have some culture.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Jeez, I thought you were
Culture.
cool.
Yeah.
When we went to London, all we did was eat hot dogs. Good dogs there too.
Culture.
Hold on, I mean the London culture. It's I guess it's kebab shops. Is that your culture?
We've got lots. It's Shakespeare, you fucking cunt. Theatre.
Mr. Bean, I guess.
Yeah.
Theatre,
Royal
dog.
Family, Coronation Street.
Yeah.
They do stab.
Have they turned on Mr. Bean
No,
for like all his free speech stuff?
probably they've turned on everybody for.
Yeah,
that
because
free
he's
speech.
like very much would be against all the like going to jail for a Facebook post. I
Yeah,
imagine,
he's
like,
never going to say
openly.
anything too offensive.
Yeah, but he's like he does these like very proper like speeches, not funny, where he's like
Oh, really?
free speech is
Oh,
the
you
most
don't know
important-
that that's
Yeah.
Mr. Bean's jam
That's
right now?
crazy. He doesn't even speak.
Well, he does now.
He does now, mate. You
Yeah.
know, Brian Atkinson in real life. I think he's got I think it's an astrophysics degree.
Yeah.
The guy is super
He's like
intelligent.
brilliant. You know what's a crazy
He's
thing
so
too?
beloved there that he f***ed another comic's girlfriend, and the other comic they'll be like, no, he rules.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I mean, if Mr. Bean fucks your girl, you hang it up.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Give me some dirty talk, Bean.
If you walk in, you know. I mean, you walk in, and she's getting fucked with a guy with a
Pops
chicken on his head.
You know what the crazy thing is? I don't know what there's only been like 10 episodes of that show or something.
No.
That's what Danny always brings
I'm
up.
telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like it was like you see. It seems like there was 10 seasons.
But the Brits do that. 40 Towers. We only did 2 seasons.
Yeah.
They
The
get in,
Office-
get out.
Yeah, exactly.
The Office, they had to be like, all right, let me wrap this up for one episode
Yeah,
more.
the Christmas special.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
just don't like
milked
making money or
ours-
something.
We milked ours for so long.
Yeah, and you even had a different guy at one point. The main role was different. How
Yeah.
can you even do that?
What do you mean?
They got rid of whatever his
Carell?
name is,
Steve
He's
Carell.
Oh, he
I'm
wasn't in
done,
it at
guys,
the
I'm
end?
done. Pam and Jim got together 7 years ago.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. Yeah, they were squeezing the last
Action
drop
star
out of it.
John Krasinski.
Yeah, Ryan hates so much.
That's one of my biggest beefs is they've been trying so hard to make John Krasinski the biggest action star in
They're
the
like,
world.
he works out. He's got a Kumail chest.
Yeah.
It should work.
There's a
On
lot of
TRT?
those right now. They've tried a lot of action stars where they're pushing it really hard.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you, Mr. Bean, if he was American, that would be the new guy.
I'd watch that.
Action star. You
Yeah.
have no you have to at least believe you're trained in martial arts.
Actually, they tried to make
They
Mr.
did,
Bean.
yeah. He's the fucking
Johnny something.
Yeah, John, whatever it was. where
Just
he-
imagine Mr. Bean with a rocket launcher. Who wouldn't watch that?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Let's do it. That's
Yeah.
actually a great idea.
Has he always been squeaky clean personally, or has been Bean like getting it in with as he has like a reputation?
Are there a lot of
playboy?
rumors around the?
No, I think it's widely accepted.
Flicking the bean.
It's widely accepted that he's a top level shagger.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Ron Atkinson is a top level
Putting in
shagger.
performances, huh?
That's not true, is it? So it's like in the tabloids. No, it's like fucking Bean fucked her.
No, it's like he's got a younger girlfriend, but you know what? He did Blackadder. He can do whatever he fucking wants.
Would you want to date a girl if she was Bean sloppy seconds?
Good question.
I don't know. Have you seen Blackadder?
No.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's genuinely
By the
one
way,
of
98% of your listeners have never heard of it.
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm
I haven't heard of
educating.
it.
I'm educating them, Ari.
I remember it would be on TV when I was a kid, but it just didn't do it for me.
What do you mean?
Well, you've been learning all this stuff
What's
because you're trying to get
Blackadder?
with
Is
the
it about-
culture.
Yeah, I got to know about. No, I'm excited to not know anything about the culture. And then when they get to me on politics, like they do here, I'll be like, "Who's your president? Which two parties?" And like, two parties. Like, fuck, let's not talk to this guy. He doesn't know shit. I'm like, sweet.
We have 9 parties.
Is that why you moved because of Trump? Is that related?
Yeah, I
you and
at least I
Ellen.
get to say
Ari and Ellen.
I didn't just claim I'm leaving the country.
Put your foot down.
It's you and Ellen DeGeneres.
Did she leave?
Yeah, she left
Nice.
for the same reasons you did.
Did you see her applause?
Lesbian
break
pussy.
joke?
Dude, you want to know something crazy? So, did you see just the clip of it?
Yeah.
So I was at a comedy club, and there was it was at the Port in Baltimore. And there was a comic there, and I was talking about it, and he's like, no, I watched it. He's like, it wasn't like that. He's like,
edited it?
I'm telling you.
So they loop it?
No. So he's like, I'm like, dude, but I was telling him, I'm like, dude, I watched the clip. I'm like, they didn't edit it. Like, I didn't see any cuts, nothing. I'm like, there's no way that's edited. He's like, I'm telling you, I watched it. It wasn't like that. Then he pulls it up. He opens Netflix on his phone. He goes, I'm telling you, he pulls it to the spot. It was actually longer than the clip. And he was just like, I guess I was so high. I don't know. Because he's like, I don't remember it being like this.
Well, maybe
it
they
was
did a couple
longer.
tapings and
No, in Netflix.
he was at it, or he watched.
No,
it
he
on
watched it on Netflix,
Damn.
and he goes on Netflix. Like, if you watch it, it's actually like a minute 20 seconds.
Well, he was probably laughing for half of it. So.
No, he was standing up.
Yeah, it's so great. Like, yeah, I'm difficult to be around. I'm tough. I'm committed. I'm a strong woman. And then just yup.
And then, like,
For a
literally
minute
everybody
20.
else starts standing up. Like, it's like a war hero.
I
or
would have,
something, you know?
I would have stood up, even if I knew how dumb it was. I would have been like, "Oh yeah, God, oh brave! This is the comedy I want."
I would have been the last guy standing up. I would have been, like, waiting for every other
Oh, you guys are
person.
sitting down? It's a pretty big thing she just said.
They're
Wait,
all
your legs
watching
get
you, and
tired?
you're like, "You've got me."
I've actually said strong woman content is my favorite online. It's just girls being a bitch to people. Like, it's just doing something that if anyone else did, you'd be like, oh, like there's this one girl, she posted this whole tirade basically being like, I went out to dinner with my boyfriend and his parents were religious and they started making me pray, and I told them to fuck off, and then I got in the car and I drove home because no one tells me what to do, and everyone's like, you're amazing. And I was just like, if I ever went out with a girl,
What a
her
jerk.
parents decided to pray and I told her mom to fuck off, that would be the quietest drive home in the history of the world.
It was
Yeah.
like incredibly rude.
it's just rude.
Just mutter to yourself.
That's all it is just girls being rude.
Yeah.
And like being like,
Strong woman. What a defense too. Oh, you don't like a woman speaking her mind, but everyone's speaking their mind. You're
I've
get
got,
into the culture.
I've got a mate who's Muslim, and he was
mate meets
dating.
friend.
Yeah, are
Mate
you going to
meets
start
friend.
talking like
Yeah,
that, by the
mate
way?
meets- oh,
Because when I
yeah,
moved here,
dude.
I had to change some of the words I said.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to do that too. No more.
No,
By the
go
way-
fuck. No, I'm gonna.
He's-
We
you gotta-
invented
you
the
gotta
language.
remove
He
all-
used to go to the prostitutes and ask for a man. He asked that for a woman now.
Yeah.
You're going to have to remove all the U's from your words.
What do you mean with the
Flavor,
No.
labor. You
No.
can't text like that.
Can't
People are
text
just
like
like,
that.
what's
It'll correct you. It'll stop you. Put you in jail. To be honest, actually, can I just say one complaint about this place? The lift here was slow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There
Did
you
I do
go.
it right?
I'm banned from
you
Lyft.
did it right. You didn't use the word elevator. Good for you.
You said it right.
I thought you were talking about the lift, like the Uber.
Like Uber, yeah.
You see, that's how you improve.
You gotta call it
accept
trunk. You can't call
English.
trunks boots anymore.
Yeah, you call them the boot. Yeah.
No, you can't say
Yeah.
the boot.
That would hurt for you too, because like London people they kind of grew up within their head where they go, the rest of the world's wrong and we're right.
They invented
we
it.
are.
Yeah, because we invented it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like the guy still wearing clothes from 1970 being like, well, actually, this is a better way to dress. And everyone's like, you can think what you want, but the way the world sees it is like no one cares as much.
Look, fashion peaked with John Travolta. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, in London, they're still dumping fucking feces out of the fourth floor.
Yeah.
Like, maybe change a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's Hackney,
Drop
where
it,
you
you.
want to move to. But no, like I genuinely think I love America, but you're doing a lot of it wrong. Particularly,
Called a loo.
it is
What
called-
is a bathroom?
Yeah, oh, you know what?
The
my-
urinal. That's my favorite word. Urinal and aluminium.
Aluminium?
What's a rhino?
Urinal.
Urinal.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
That sounds so goofy. So fucking goofy. I gotta take over
Learn
that
to
country.
speak.
Learn to speak, bitches.
You know what you're going to come back with when you're going to start calling it the bog.
The bog?
Yeah,
what's
where's
the
the
bog?
bog?
What's-
The toilet.
Bogs.
Yeah,
I've never heard
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, take a slash in the bog.
I'm having the piss. I can't
Yeah.
wait to take the piss.
Yeah.
Ours is in Canada. You call sex smashing pissers. That's
Smashing piss.
I think
not
we
this
use
fancy
sex.
pants words.
Gay, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, and fag. You've got to use fag.
Oh, he uses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'll
in the
continue.
repertoire.
Dude, one time I was working in the comedy store front booth, and somebody was like, they're always coming trying to make jokes. I'm like, I'm not in the mood. I'm around professional comics. And then somebody did that joke. They're like, do you allow in here? I was like, oh, Jesus, yes. Like, I'm not playing the game. And then I like bringing them in, and they were smoking. When I turned around, I was like, oh, no.
Not allowed.
No, it's just it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You're gonna come
You're
back
leaving.
a better person, Ari.
Oh, interesting. Why are you leaving?
Why am I leaving? Because I fucking
You got it's the
hate
best,
the place.
best country on earth.
Yeah.
I'm leaving as
Yeah.
fast as I possibly can.
Yeah. Why am I leaving? Because I love it here.
How are you going to do your podcast?
How am I going to do? We're going to do it from
Is
here.
Vladimir moving here too?
Yeah, we're both going to be moving here. Hopefully
Oh, really?
soon. Yeah.
Interesting. You've used up all
So
the
I said
guests
it's the
in London.
ultimate
By
wife
the way,
swap.
nothing has been decided or whatever. I just want to.
Yeah, you're just putting it out there.
Putting it out
I've
there.
also been putting it out there. He said like a week ago. He's like, yeah, I'm thinking about it. I've been telling like people like, you know, he's moving here tomorrow. What do you think is the best place? 'Cause you're the only guy that actually, you know how people, the alpha male, they talk about people have a scarcity mindset. You're the actual guy that doesn't have the scarcity mindset where you can leave it all behind. No one else has the guts
Leave
to
it
do
all.
that.
Turn the table over. Get out.
But where's the ultimate place to retire to where you're not actually bored? Because to me, if I was like, okay, let me go live in the middle of nowhere, and I would probably get it 2 weeks before I'd be like, yeah, okay, probably
I
enough
mean,
of
Europe
that.
in general is great because there's so many different places around there that are all an hour away.
Nice sound effect. That's a great sound effect.
That is.
Good way to put that in.
Our rides are here.
Yeah. There we go.
Francis doesn't know that one. You're used to
You
one
put
that
the
goes,
siren on because I wasn't-
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the woods would get boring if I wasn't. If maybe when I'm older, like Dave Smith moved to like fucking middle of nowhere, but he's like, I've already
the sticks.
fucked this girl right after Lewis enough times. Like, I don't want that life anymore.
Yeah.
But he goes, I did it. I needed to be in Manhattan for that.
Yeah.
And you need to be in. I wish that every time I go to a small place, I wish that I liked it. But after 4 days, like
That's the
I'm just
thing.
like, where is the stuff?
Yeah, Duncan
Yeah.
moved to Henderson, North Carolina, or Asheville, or something. I think Henderson, and he was like, "I'm done with LA. It's so nice." here." And then 3 months later, he goes, "Oh, I'm incredibly bored."
Yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
starting to like purposely go meet the neighbors just because you're like,
Yeah.
so bored.
Yeah.
You're like, hey.
But London's a lateral move, like big city wise,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
and then like comedy wise, also a lateral. Nothing's gonna be as good as New York, but like close to lateral.
Yeah. And you're going to get arrested for hate speech.
I can't wait.
I said that. I was like, if you actually did get arrested for a joke, which I kind of feel about Canada too, that would be sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a month at some point when I'm a year in. I'm like, this is my try to get arrested month, my Lenny Bruce month,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna go for it.
You know,
If you spent 2 days in jail, you'd be like, who gives a shit? Oh, I
Literally-
have a $30,000 fine. Okay, I'll make that back easily.
Nobody's been arrested there for fucking speech online. It's fucking such a fake thing. It's so funny. Everyone's so scared of something that's never happened.
Where?
London.
Yes, they have.
Who for jokes on stage?
Oh no, not for jokes on stage.
Yeah.
No.
Canada is a joke. So theirs is more like the memes were sort of.
Yeah.
You'll
Memes-
get arrested.
memes will get you.
You need to get into the meme game, Ari.
I get
Come on, trigonometry. Ari Shaffir arrested for a meme.
Comedy's not dangerous enough.
Yeah. You can do it. I believe in you.
That'd be a good thing to do. I'm usually in trouble for mean.
Yeah.
What was the big? You said there was a big controversy there right now.
Oh yeah, when the
Barry Sanders is better than Emmett. He didn't have the career. It's crazy what you're saying. Sure, electric moves, but
I actually do know the controversy is Prince Harry's throwing a Christmas party and apparently Meghan Markle's not going to be in attendance. That's it. Listen, I don't want to. We don't want to drudge it up. We don't want to drudge it up. It's
Ryan's
a soft
gossip
spot.
corner.
wait.
You know, if you put that as your title, you'd get at least 100,000 more views. Everybody would just click in.
Markle's a no-show.
Trouble in Paradise.
More like Miss the Markle on that one.
Hey, I'm not. I'm
You're
not.
gonna crush London with those fucking wordplays.
Yeah.
They
Too bad you
love
weren't there with the
wordplay.
beat
Oh,
guide,
they
huh?
fucking love wordplay, man. Imagine we turn up a year later. Ari's become like a prop word comic. Goes on stage with a plank of wood. Anyway, I've got wood tonight. Way!
8-goal corner pocket and you pull out the ball.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like transferring grade schools where I can be anything I want now.
Yeah,
I can remake myself.
Yeah, you can, man. This is a new opportunity.
What if I go super hard left woke and just come out after all you guys?
See, that's an option, but I also think I'm picturing tweed jacket, smoking cigarette on stage, really slow, like Chappelle, but university
Bruce.
professor
Not Lenny
version.
Bruce. Bill Hicks.
Are you
Yes,
gonna go on all
jazz.
the panel shows?
I don't even know how they work.
Yeah. I mean, nobody does anymore.
Can you take your dick out on those?
Absolutely.
Otherwise, not interested. Oh, great.
Great. Yeah, mainly backstage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. That's happened a few times with our guys.
God, I had a panel. It's
As a
daytime.
gag?
No.
Well, they
I mean-
say it was a gag.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just a gag.
My
They're
thing
just
is,
wacky British people.
If it's
Yeah.
flaccid, it's a gag.
Yeah.
If it's at all chubbed, then you can't be doing that.
That should be the court case. It was like,
Flaccid
how
is-
hard was
I'm making
it?
fun of me.
Yeah.
I'm taking
Right.
my flaccid dick. I'm
Yeah.
the mockery.
right.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a comedian? Genuinely, he's one of the world's best comedians called Jerry Sadowitz.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's bright, like he's described as the world's most offensive comedian, but he's actually a fucking genius. He is brilliant with his comedy. He's been
Does he
going
have an album where he has like the police line on his
no,
the police tape on his mouth?
no, and he's one of the world's best close-up magicians as well.
Oh, really?
So he says all
Double
these
dipping.
horrendous, awfully horrendous jokes whilst doing close-up magic. He's
Really?
incredible. Yeah,
That's how they do
crowd's like,
offensive
boo.
comedy in London.
Yeah,
He's like, boo your watch. Where is it? Right here.
and but anyway, every performance he takes his dick out, and he's a guy in his mid-60s.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's who I dream to be.
yeah. And
a mentor.
Does he do like the thumb thing where he like
Yeah.
takes his dick out and he goes, "Ugh."
I'm
no,
almost out of the stage of like funny when I was young. Now it's like it's getting a little sad, and I'm almost out of that getting a little sad phase to like I can't believe he's still bringing it with the dick out. So I just got to see it through.
but this is it. So the last time I saw him, he took his dick out on stage and he looked at us and went, I just want you to know that I take no pleasure in this. At this point, it's more of a contractual obligation.
That'd be amazing if you're on a show with him and then you do it before him. He's like, yo, what the fuck?
Thing.
He's like, that's literally, you just did my bit.
There's
Yeah.
a new crop coming into town. So fuck off. Take it over.
Yeah, he's like, can you believe these fucking young guys coming in doing my shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like I didn't take your dick out.
Didn't even fluff first.
But if you're in London and Jerry
So there we go.
Sadowitz is
Most
playing,
brilliant
go
comedian in the
watch
world
him. Okay.
takes his dick out and does magic. That's what's going on in London.
it. Yeah. Listen, Louis C.K. They all copied him.
Yeah.
They all copied him. He was the original.
Yeah, they did it here too.
Yeah, and he outed Jimmy Savile in the 80s.
Oh, there
Outed
you go.
him
Yeah.
for being gay.
No,
Louis
Well,
C.K.
I
did?
guess he was kind of gay.
well, for
What is
being a
outing?
pedophile.
Oh, okay.
He was the
Yeah.
one who was like worked at the BBC.
It's not
Yeah,
the
it's just-
gayness; it's the age of the homosexual.
Yes, he
That was really the issue there. It's not.
Yeah.
They really have no problem with a male and man.
I don't know this guy.
See, it's these moderate opinions that will have you working consistently in London, mate.
Kurt was telling me British foster care system. He was Kurt always gives me the updates of where the pedophiles are now.
Kurt
Really?
Metzger. Sometimes he goes on these rants and I'm like, dude, no one's even talking about this.
He's
nine straight texts about
dude.
it.
He's finding stuff out. He's like he's deep in the stuff.
Yeah. Look,
He's doing the research so you don't have to.
Yeah.
by the way, that is part of British culture, Ari.
What is?
Paedophile jokes.
Oh, great.
Yeah, they're called nonce jokes.
Nonsense.
Nonces. Yeah. It stands for not a normal courtyard exercise.
Has anyone made
Is that really true?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. I always wondered what
I
nonsense.
found this out
Yeah.
last night from talking.
Yeah. So there's so much for you to learn and be part of.
Does anyone make like a hat or a shirt that says nonsense? And then
That was,
Cut the nonsense.
that was
Cut the
actually
nonsense.
something that you have any of you guys heard of a guy called Chris Morris? Yeah, Brass Eye. That was
I don't know any of these people.
how does he fucking know all about British culture?
because he's fucking cultured.
He grew up in Holland.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
So
Yeah.
Chris Morris is one of our best satirists. He's a fucking comedy genius.
Satirist. What the fuck is a satirist?
They have different words for everything.
Yeah,
Over there.
he is incredible, and he had a
be a
program
satirist.
called Brass Eye, and he got all
They
these.
draw. You ever go to like a boardwalk and they draw a picture of you, but they give you a really big nose?
Yeah.
It's like that kind of thing.
Wait, he's saying he's an anti-Semite.
No, a
God
caricature. It's
Yeah.
a caricature artist.
Right. But so he started this. This was in the early noughties. A paedophile awareness group, and he called it Nonsense.
Pro pedophile.
No, like yeah.
Where they are.
Like by saying like, oh, this is what highlighting paedophilia and whatever in this satirical program, and he got all these major UK celebrities to wear a T-shirt saying nonsense on them, and got them photographed with him.
Some Ali G shit.
Yeah,
Satirist.
yeah.
Satirist.
And he was saying like fumes come out of the keyboard and turn you into a paedophile, and then they showed like one of our greatest ever footballers sniffing the keyboard, going, "Yeah, I can smell it. It's turning me into a paedophile."
Wow. And no blame on the children, huh?
No,
That's I was been saying that the reason that pedophiles can get away with it longer is because they're the only ones that doesn't have an accent.
Yeah.
If pedophiles had an accent, the way the gay guys had an accent, you know what I mean?
They get caught more.
I'm here for the coaching position. You go, no.
No.
Nice try.
yeah. But you're
solve
gonna
the
have to
thing.
learn all of that, mate. You're
I'm gonna have to learn all of it. I love being in Edinburgh and they're talking about UKIP and stuff like that. And I don't follow him, but after like 3 or 4 days, 5 days, I'm like, is UKIP like the racist? I'm like, yeah, you're getting it. Okay, all right. I think I'm trying to figure something out.
This is Ari taking the advice. You're on stage. You're just like, I was having sex with a 2-year-old. And you just look at Francis like, what the fuck?
I thought you said they're into this. That side.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, you hanging me out to dry? What is this shit?
But if you do it in Scotland, where they've now implemented hate speech laws and they've criminalised public performance, you can get arrested.
In Edinburgh?
Yeah, the Edinburgh Festival.
Bullshit. 1,400 comics. Somebody would have been by now.
Yeah.
No, they implemented it last year.
So-
actually this year,
This year.
This year when?
April the 1st.
So
Well,
we
catch
had-
Ari
we-
at Edinburgh
no, we
this
already
year.
had in Edinburgh.
Sorry?
We already had in Edinburgh.
Yeah, so just because it hasn't happened once doesn't mean
1,400 comics times 25 shows each.
maybe they won't
There's
try
no
hard
way they'll
enough.
do it to someone famous. Like, if they were going to do that shit, it's going to be some nobody. There's no way they're going to do it to a famous guy because they know it's just going to go the opposite way.
Yeah, they're gonna have to test the waters in someone small. It's like that girl
Yeah.
who got tried for Napster stuff, and they're like, you owe us $75 million for all this stuff you downloaded. Just some little like 12-year-old girl. They didn't hit a
You owe
thing or
Lars
pay, but-
Ulrich $1 billion trillion.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so that is all available.
I can't wait. I can't wait to test the waters.
Yeah.
I'm a shit stirrer, so it sounds like that's the place for me.
So what is the big thing that just happened? That's the big controversy. You were sort of telling me about it, but
Oh yeah, what's the big controversy?
What is a big
The
controversy?
Southport thing.
Oh, what? We're going to talk about Southport?
I don't
I don't know what it
Comedy
is.
What, Dave
Oh, is
just
it
got
not funny?
Southport?
No, it's fucking horrible.
Well, maybe we could see if we can make it funny.
Yeah, let's try. Let's try. We have no emotional attachment to it at all.
No,
we don't know
I don't even know
where
what
it
it
is.
is.
Start it along and see how long we can go laughing before we let it in.
Actually, this is what could get you cancelled.
Okay.
The jokes about...
Could they extradite us? If we make a joke about Brent, could they get us over there to
Yeah.
Francis,
serve?
you tell us about this story, and then we'll see if we can
Yeah.
punch it up.
until we realize how horrible it is. Let's laugh.
I mean, I don't think we can make this funny.
All right, challenge accepted.
Accepted.
So that's the one where you box with the opposite way or whatever, right?
No, that's
kangaroo boxing.
Southport.
Okay, so it's not that.
No.
We're starting though. We're getting the ball rolling.
Okay,
We are starting
So
with-
Southport is a place where goods come in.
Is that the one Santa lives in, or is that?
What was it? Where there's a bunch of dead kids in a shipping container?
No.
Those are elves, and
Close
they
though.
weren't doing their job, so that's what
Yeah.
happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
close to that?
Yeah.
Well, dead kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Dead
yeah.
kids.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's dead kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What color?
Let them work.
Okay. Dead kids. Save a lot on coffin.
You know,
This is one of the cheapest mass murders there can be in terms of coffinage.
yeah. Are you putting this together for your set? You're going to do this at top secret.
So this is, you're saying in Britain, it's like it's a very pro having sex with kids jokes, but if you talk about dead kids jokes, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. So
Is that
yeah.
the line?
I mean,
They were shipping them?
No, they weren't shipping them.
How do they get it from place
Well,
to
the
place?
pedophile jokes, they're like, we've got shirts on people. It's like,
yeah. But
They
you
have
know,
pedophiles
and
have
then
merch.
And then you're
Yeah.
like, there's this other guy that killed kids. You're like, come on.
I'm,
man,
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
I'm
that.
getting caught up on the port part.
yeah, but listen, we have the
Okay.
BBC, which is basically a
Big black cock.
state-sponsored paedophilia-funded, organization.
Is that so?
Yeah. Hugh Edwards, who was basically our lead broadcaster, our lead newsreader.
That was recent.
Yeah, that was recent. He got exposed for being a nonce.
I don't know why you guys don't call him a pedophile. There's like nonce kind of takes
It
the
takes
edge
the
off.
sting out of it.
Yeah,
I told him yesterday.
Nonce
it's
is cutesy,
It
yeah.
feels like you're
cutesy.
like slapping their butts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nonce.
so yeah, a nonce. What else was happening? There was one BBC presenter. He got arrested for raping 42 dogs.
Didn't even.
What? 42? He get what?
Boy dogs or girl dogs? Is
No,
it gay?
I didn't find out the sex of the dogs.
Oh, okay. Well,
Did he stop at 42 to honor Jackie Robinson?
Was one of them DMX?
Yeah, he was 42 and 0. Yeah, no, but yeah, he got done for raping 42 dogs. See, I think
Was he trying to get to 101? Where are they Dalmatians?
How did they find out the number? Like the
No,
Yeah.
those were the charges. I don't know how they found out the number.
Yeah,
but
'cause
yeah,
the dogs
Well,
can't-
one of the dogs can keep his mouth
yeah,
shut.
the dogs can't come
Yeah.
forward.
It's odd. Using the word rape there is odd.
yeah.
Should just be having sex with 42 dogs. Now
No.
we're implying
The dogs
The dogs
didn't
didn't want
consent.
it.
the dogs, feelings about it.
Yeah, the dogs didn't consent, mate.
They couldn't.
I mean, yeah, exactly. So therefore, it can't be consenting.
That's like saying you can't have sex with a passed out woman.
Or someone who just doesn't speak the language.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you didn't consent in English. I don't know.
These are all gray areas.
speak
Yeah.
a
There's
little
gotta
Thai.
be. Well, at what point is the dog asking for it? Because if you're the 42nd dog, at that point you stuck around. You saw what was happening to the other 41.
Explain how they got the peanut butter on their ass.
Yeah.
I've seen dogs at dog parks. They kind of don't mind it.
Yeah.
But if you're dog number 42 and you heard all that sort of stuff, I mean, at that point you
It's on
can't be
you.
the.
You're
If you're
complicit.
the first one, it's definitely the dog didn't
got
ask for
around,
it. But
yeah.
dog number 42, at some point, the dogs have got to take some
Do they have like
accountability.
did they do like a kind of photo of all the victims? all
No,
the
yeah,
dogs?
they did, but they had their
Black
faces.
Yeah, they're all playing
blurred
poker.
out. Yeah. Little black strips across their eyes so you couldn't tell.
Damn, were these dogs okay after that, or were they?
Where'd he get all the
hurt?
dogs?
I don't know where he got all the dogs from.
That's
But,
a good question
yeah.
too. Neighbors'
Yeah.
dogs seem how worse than just strays.
Or if
Yeah.
yeah.
So he got done for raping 42 dogs.
Why? You
What's
can
the
still
penalty
deliver
for
the news.
that in England?
Oh no, he moved to Australia and
They
then
promote
he got,
him.
And then he got I think he got sentenced. He got charged then sentenced in Australia.
So he has to do time in Australia for
Yeah.
crimes committed in England?
Well, he does 5 years, but it's only 2 because his dog years. There we go.
Da-na-na-na.
Satirist, Ryan Long.
Give your sentence in dog years. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty obvious. Everyone knows that.
Well,
Yeah.
excuse the math being wrong.
Yeah, so we've got
What is it, 1 to 7?
Yeah.
so
Well, I boxed myself in when I said they gave him 5 years.
yeah.
Yeah, they're like, but it was really, man.
Boxed him in. Boxed myself in.
Yeah, it would have 14 years to 2 years.
Yeah, so
It was too late at
1
that point.
point.
Yeah.
The word,
35 years he got.
Yeah,
the word was out.
Got 35 dog years.
yeah, exactly. But you look at all the nonsense that have worked to the BBC. It's huge.
No, but
It's
what were we
huge.
talking about?
Why
What's
is
what's
that?
the Southport thing, though?
Oh yeah,
Well,
Southport.
I'm trying my best to fucking avoid this.
Oh, you're saying that you're. He's like, I don't want to talk about
Let's
this.
honor
But
their memories.
here's another list of pedophiles at the BBC.
yeah.
You know that somebody got raped by one of these BBC guys? Like, no, don't bring this up.
Yeah.
Do the fucking Southport thing.
Yeah, I like.
Is it still kind of
Well, you said it, but what you told me is we didn't really talk about it, but you were like, "Oh, it's like
could
it
blow
looks like
up.
it's going to be a big debacle over there."
Oh yeah, it's going to be huge.
That's the thing that everybody
Hubbub,
got
they
sentenced
call
to jail over.
What the Southport.
Facebook, the Southport. There was a stabbing. I know you don't want to talk about
There
that.
was one stabbing.
No,
No, there was three kids, 3 girls got killed.
Yeah.
By this guy, and then
Ethnic or not ethnic?
Not
they were not ethnic. He was a British citizen, which I think they were saying he wasn't at first, but then he was.
Oh, he was of an ethnic origin.
Yes.
Right. So I see how that could.
Yeah. So then they were interested, and then they were like, it was like an Islamic thing, and then they said it's not.
It's like you can't just be. That's what we'd have a black for a stop.
But that was the thing where they like opened the
killed
courts.
the Asians, and they're like, well, he killed 4 white chicks too. Like we're gonna.
Yeah.
That doesn't help our story here.
Yeah. That was like remember the guy shot up the rub and tug.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And it was like no, it was about hookers, not
It was
Asians.
about hooks. And they go, no, it was Asian.
No, he hated sluts, is what he said.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
but that is,
They made him come
That
here.
is what he said. Like we went in court and he had to like stand up and he was like, "It's not because
There was a misprint. They go, you hated slits? I'm like, no, no.
my-
sluts. That's a typo.
But
That's
I guess
really
you
changed the
could
game.
say to him where he's like, "No, I don't hate Asians. I hate women who work at rub and tugs." And you go, "Oh, you know what I mean?" That
What are they called?
that
Robin
does
Tuck?
feel a little
what do
bit
you
like
guys
the
call them
urban.
there?
Yeah.
Give you a rub and then they give you a tug.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
call them there?
I guarantee they have them in London too.
Yeah. I'm
Well, they
yeah,
probably have a
do.
hilarious name for them.
No, they don't really.
Like a
Well,
chippy
no,
shop.
they call it a knocking.
He calls it visiting his girlfriend at work.
Yeah. That would take the roof off at Top Secret. Get standing out like you're Ellen DeGeneres, mate. He's fucking done it, legend. But no, so we call it a knocking shop.
Knocking shop.
Yeah,
Of course.
Wait, 3 dead kids is off limits?
yeah,
3 dead kids?
yeah.
Fucking grow up.
I guess there's a racial component, and that's
There's a
why
racial, but basically what's happened is the government denied that there was anything to do with.
Israel have anything hit pause up?
Any Israel? Any Israel in there?
No.
The government denied what?
Denied that there was any links to Islamic terrorism, and it's now come out that actually there were. It looks like there's pretty strong links.
Yeah, and this is the thing is that like that's the thing that they sent all the people to jail for over
Yeah.
Facebook posts where they like opened the courts up. Like they basically were like, we're expediting everybody's court cases to deal with, because normally it's like you take a year or something. They're like, you're going to court right away, we're sending you to jail right away.
For what?
For Facebook posts.
About this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what's happening now. I get it. So
Yeah.
basically, the people were saying this guy was a terrorist,
That's
and
misinformation.
then people were saying it. They started putting people in jail for
Yeah.
saying it. Then it turned out they were right.
Yeah.
They were like saying they were
And-
inciting
and
violence.
people-
'Cause everybody showed up to this guy's to a mosque or whatever.
Yeah. So they said that they were inciting violence.
Yeah.
Because and the government said there was no evidence whatsoever that this kid who did it was an Islamist. But when they arrested him, they went
He
to
did
his house.
whole thing.
Apparently, but they found an Al Qaeda training manual, and he was making.
Well,
there
I
was-
have an Al Qaeda.
Everyone has one of them.
Yeah.
It doesn't even pass. You want, you want
I think it's just a conversation piece. I
Yeah.
have it on my coffee table. When
Yeah.
people come over. I
That's-
know.
Just because you got into Harvard doesn't mean you went there.
And he was making rice and gas. Right.
Yeah.
Rice and gas sounds
Rice
like a delicious
and gas.
thing.
Yeah. It sounds like one of our like puddings, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then you fart on it.
Yeah.
Rice and
Right,
gas. Yeah, I've had that in Tijuana.
Yeah. So that's and it's now become rapid.
You know what I'm starting to realize? This podcast is lowbrow.
It's never billed as anything other than that.
Yeah.
Fellas, Marek Health offers cutting-edge diagnostic labs, concierge health coaching, expert clinical oversight, supporting clients in achieving their health and fitness goals by leveraging data-driven lifestyle and nutrition recommendations, along with supplements, prescription treatment options. What does that mean in plain English? Well, that means you do your blood work, they send it over, and then you set an appointment with the guy.
Yeah.
And we're not talking an average guy. These guys know what they're
are all
talking
jacked.
about.
These guys are all yoked.
You want to know something interesting? I'm on the tadalafil treatment too.
Yeah, welcome to the team, pal.
Yeah. So basically,
Mine's bricked up, baby.
let's go. Well, it's not bricked up. It's just a little bit, right?
A little bricked.
It's up. Yeah, exactly. But so they go through all of your blood work and they go through every different category. They give you a whole big printout of all the stuff. Then the guy actually explains what it means, what you should change, what you're eating, what.
Yep.
And basically,
The whole kit and caboodle.
The sooner you do it, the sooner you can do it again, in a period of time and understand if you're getting worse or better. So insurance companies regularly deny progressive treatment options. Primary care physicians refuse to order comprehensive lab work, and the standards of care lag years behind the leading research. And that's probably America in a nutshell.
Yeah.
They wanted to just treat the symptom.
Sure. Sure.
They don't want to fix the actual problem.
No.
So many of the Merrick competitors pencil whip a prescription based on cookie cutter protocols. Merrick goes the extra mile to ensure that any recommendations for lifestyle modification, supplementation, one of the things they told me was just like one of the big things. I'll tell you how interesting these guys know what they're talking about. Because remember I told you that I was doing all working out and I stopped doing cardio for like a period of time, right? I noticed that I was like tireder in general. I didn't know what it was. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring cardio back in after I've been working out pretty hard. So I brought cardio back in. I did my test right before that. And then I'd been doing cardio for a week. And I was just like, oh, you know what? That was making a big difference. I was less tired. And then that was the first thing on the thing being like a big recommendation that you should add cardio back in.
Yeah.
So I already was one for one knowing that the recommendation they made was one of the biggest things that changed stuff. So you can do the same panel that me and Danny both did, expedited onboarding for those interested in working with Marek Health, medical provider for personalized treatment options ranging from hormone optimization, cognitive enhancement for hair loss, prevention, and body recomposition, all from the comfort of home. The optimization package includes the same elaborate panel I get myself, and with those test results from the Marek Health clinical team, optimizes my personalized protocol. To get the exact same panel and medical oversight, click the link in the video description, marekhealth.com/boyscast. That is MAREK health.com/boyscast. Use the code BOYSCAST to save 10% at checkout. Fellas, Prizepicks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members, billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prizepicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long with Prizepicks. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prizepicks with as little as 4 correct picks. Prizepicks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, so your lineups stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. And if your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prizepicks keeps your lineup live. Prizepicks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money now even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prizepicks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Sign up today. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Prizepicks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds. Turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prizepicks.
And Prizepicks is honestly so easy to play. It's super fun. My picks this week, we're going to the gridiron, baby. We got Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings for more than 83.5 receiving yards and Patrick Mahomes for less than 267.5 passing yards. As well, I'm adding Tyreek Hill for more than 97.5 receiving yards and Saquon Barkley for more than 67.5 rushing yards. Download the app today and use code BOYSCAST to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's BOYSCAST to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prizepicks, run your game.
So
interesting. So then, do those people get out of jail?
No, they're still in jail.
Wow.
And some of them got like 3 years. And like, what did the pedos get? They don't get 3 years.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They let out loads of people who were in jail for very serious crimes, including one sex offender. They let him out.
To make space.
And by the time he got to the train station...
Build another cell at that point.
By the time he got to the train station, he'd already sexually assaulted someone else.
Wow.
And then did they let one of the bad speech people out to put him back in?
No. So they had to get him back in.
Different sex offender.
They built a new prison.
It's a give and take. Wait, so this is interesting. So they did that, but one of these guys actually called for like a day of violence, right? They're like, we should have a day of violence.
There were people who were genuinely inciting violence, but there were also people who were saying things that were not inciting violence.
And some of them had on their Facebook where they're like, they have 20 followers on Facebook. It wasn't like, there were some people who had like huge Twitter profiles.
That's the thing about Alex Jones. People are like, how can you say this? I'm like, but someone told him. Like, he didn't make up that. He's not patient zero for this. So so that guy should give up their assets.
You have to track it back to the original liar.
Yeah, patient
zero.
Also,
like, I said, we
watched shot Donald Trump. Is fucking MSNBC responsible for that?
Yeah,
dude. If you watch like right now, every single time there's like a drama of a woman who killed her husband or someone who there's like 10,000 women in chat groups right now being like, I think the husband killed his wife.
Yeah.
So you go and then people go harass the guy being like, I think you killed his wife. People start making TikTok videos about it.
Meanwhile,
You go,
he's like,
what's
I
the
just lost
difference?
my fucking wife. And
Right.
you're coming. I'm not just a rando.
I'm
a grieving husband.
Is that different from
No,
what
it's
he
about the
did?
same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
just like a grieving husband's getting attacked by 20-year-olds on TikTok because
Well, I guess
whatever.
in England, those TikTokers would be sent to jail.
Yeah. So there's a
They
high
sent him to
likelihood
jail
they
for
would.
saying it's Islamist. Did some people do this? Like, I thought Brexit was supposed to take care of this.
What do you mean he was supposed to take care of this?
To not have those people stabbing kids. Isn't that
But he was
lot
a
of the
British-
reason
he was a
people-
British national.
So he was number
No,
one. He's
but
a
I'm
British
talking about the
national.
people weighing
And
in.
wasn't there a
Oh,
theory
right.
that his dad was like a Rwandan
no,
like
So you know
genocider
this
dude?
pretty.
Yeah.
You know this.
I just
stuff.
can't get to the actual bottom. All I
Jesus.
have
Yeah,
is
because you were
rumors.
trying to figure it out.
Right. So his dad was a Rwandan refugee
Yeah.
who flew the genocide in Rwanda.
Who fled the genocide?
In Rwanda,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Then they were
right.
saying he was participating in it.
Yeah, and look, but the
On
reality
his
is-
way out, he
Yeah.
did a little genocide.
Well, your last day, you got to buy souvenirs.
Yeah.
But nobody really knew. So there is genuine misinformation on both sides because the
Right.
reality is there's a court case happening, so they can't talk about it for legal reasons because it will prejudice the case.
Right.
So in that sense, it is true. But what the government did when they were just basically arresting people for saying this kid had links with Islamism is they were shutting down people who actually turned out to be right.
Right.
And the Keir Starmer then came out, and there were loads of protests happening because people were rightly furious about it because there have been lots and lots of terrorist incidents in the UK as a result of Islamic terrorism, and he was calling these people far right on these marches.
Two-tier cure.
Exactly. See, you know more about this
What?
than me.
What is that?
Two-tier
care?
Two-tier care.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a two-tier justice system. Basically, he's like,
Yeah.
you can say certain things if you're a certain group, and then if you're part of another group, they send you to jail.
Yeah.
Similar to here.
Yeah.
It's like why black people can say, I like big butts, and I can't.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And they might be lying, but
Well, speaking of politicians and big butts, Ari, you're the only born American here. Do you know this thing
Oh,
where?
wow.
no, Johnny's American.
Well, he grew up in
Johnny's
Holland.
a fucking hollandaise sauce.
He born
Can I get one of
here.
those alpha brains?
Yeah.
You have an alpha brand.
Yeah, I need to catch up.
They're
with
kind
this.
of just
They
for
may
show.
be
We've never had
expired.
one.
I don't know. No, there's no such thing as
There's no
expired.
such thing.
They're just not as strong.
He doesn't have a scarcity mindset. I told you.
It's like Havdalah at the end of the Shabbos. You go,
Our body is he got too deep. You know JJ. He got our buddy JJ. He got
J.J. Abrams?
Lieberman. Yeah, Abrams. He got too deep into Alpha Brain, and then he had a show that he convinced himself he couldn't do comedy because of his
Without
Alpha
Alpha
Brain.
Brain.
And then he was posting on every platform, being like, "Emergency! Can anyone sell me any Alpha Brain? I can't find it. The stores are closed."
Do you know what? I always forget. Even the most sane-looking comedian is deeply mental.
Oh yeah,
He doesn't look sane. Let's be clear on that.
he's the most mental comedian.
Yeah.
it did say, I don't know if you got Best Buy 522.
Yeah, this is one of the first things we bought for the studio shelf.
Let's take two to offset it.
I love JJ. He's a good guy. But I remember he looked at me the other day and he went, "Yeah, I rely on you for all my news." And I'm like, "Dude, please
Hey,
don't
I mean,
fucking
you know
say
what?
those words."
We hear it all the time. People are like, the only news I get is from the BOYSCAST. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but people say it all the time. They
Wait, so
go,
what about JJ?
Oh, he's just a
The
big
Alpha Brand thing. That was the whole
What-
story.
Oh, wait,
Man.
what were we just talking about?
Oh yeah, so Ben Franklin,
Yeah?
who you're familiar with, probably.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You might not know.
Oh,
him.
you asked me about real Americans. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Franklin, this thing kind of went viral a bunch in the last month, and everyone was posting it, and all these articles posted it. But Ben Franklin, he wrote all these letters to his buddies where he was saying how to get when you're picking a mistress, how to get the perfect mistress.
Yeah.
And then basically his whole theory was like, you want an old girl, like we're talking 40 or 50, and then he made a list of why an old girl makes the
It
perfect
makes sense,
thing.
honestly.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like, think about Tony Soprano. All the problems he had is
It's
because
so-
he was dating these fucking 22-year-olds, right?
It's so funny that we elevate our forefathers as like these great, but they were just like 23-year-olds.
I know, right?
It's like the frat guys who are ruining the East Village right now.
But it's funny using
the
the good language. He goes,
Constitution.
I said that you should prefer old women to young ones. You call this a paradox and demand my reasons.
Who's coming after you for speech? This is the free speech they wanted to leave England for.
No hazard of children.
Number one.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
one.
Solid. That's solid.
Solid. That
Solid.
still applies.
Right. No condom. Boom.
That's
number one.
hazard of children.
You can rot. That is he makes, but I'm saying it's good that he puts an intellectual.
I mean, that's what they
spin
used
on
to call
Yeah.
raw dog. Like, they didn't have the term raw dog.
childrenless sex.
Yeah, no hazardless.
No need to waste lambskin.
Yes.
No, it's-
Because they have more knowledge of the world and their minds are better storied. They have better conversations. I don't know, whatever. Better conversations. A little true, but
a little true.
you don't need to go 50 to get.
But
you
I
can
wonder
probably
what
stick
he's-
with
if
30
he's
for good
talking-
conversation.
If he's talking about like a 23-year-old, or he's talking about like a 14-year-old, is the
Yeah,
what
he might be
is-
talking about it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
What is he comparing it to? No, I think
he's talking about like a
Well, he says no
40.
hazard of children, so
Yeah,
we're
so
obviously at least 40.
plus.
No, but the younger women, is his younger women 25 or is his younger women like that, like 13, 14?
Oh, probably.
So that the conversation would be really
Probably-
bad with the
yeah,
14-year-old. 25-year-old, you're like, no, they're all right.
When he said no hazard of children, he means like no hazard that you're fucking a child.
yeah.
He goes, no hazard that there are children.
Yeah.
Yes.
But imagine, like, this is the thing about smart people who are eloquent. They can justify anything and make
Sure.
it sound eminently reasonable. Maybe he was just into gilfs.
This is possible. That was his thing a little bit.
Why he's doing a bit on why it's the best.
Yeah. And it's like, no hazard of children. And you're like, that's solid. They've got more to talk about. Of course they are.
He's saying he
course.
loves the conversation. He really loves the gray bush. That's his thing.
Yeah. And that's what he's into.
Graybush was my Native American grandfather.
They take care of you more.
Well, he says, because women cease to be handsome, they study to be good. And
Yeah, it's by
Yeah.
fat chicks.
Is that true?
Former fat chicks are the best one because they had to like figure out a way
They
to
had
get
that chip
people's
on their
attention.
shoulder too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they make an extra effort.
Yeah,
They got
well,
the
they had
chippy on their
to
shoulder.
learn
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
we didn't. Someone need to ask him his policy on fat chicks. I wonder if he has a fat chick file.
Treaty. He probably has a treaty on fat chicks.
The
Yeah.
worst woman we all know is someone who had been thin their entire growing up life, then became leved, Levford, and now they're like, "Oh, you're a garbage person and a garbage body."
That is
Yeah.
the worst person.
Yeah.
And, and I'll tell you what, add to that, grew up rich and now is poor.
Yeah. Rich thin girl.
They were a rich
Now
hot
it's
chick.
chubby fat older,
Poor.
and it's like, ew, you suck.
There is that. And there is a lot of guys that in their mind, they're just like, no, I dated, I scored the hot chick from my high school.
Yeah.
Dude, there's actually one at my high school that this was probably one of the hottest chicks. And my friends send around photos of them being like, this is a whale now.
Wow, it is funny to get that revenge, that time revenge.
Yeah.
On a chick who didn't even turn you down because you weren't even brave enough to ask her.
I think I
Yeah.
could predict it now. If I went back, like as an advisor to high school kids, I think I could be like if I was like a creepy uncle that was advising. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that one's gonna be bad, like older.
Yeah.
I think I could tell.
Just smash now.
Yeah.
Don't lock it down.
I got some advice for the listeners out
Who
there.
are you?
I tell you what, that is a school advisor that we need. A guy to come back and go, mate, literally don't go out of a mental.
Yeah.
I gotta bring you into my office.
You're just a cool guidance counselor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go, hey, what job? Should I
Essentially.
go, fuck your job. We're not talking about jobs.
It's the least of your
I saw
worries.
you talking to that girl over there. She's gonna absolutely explode
She's
in
gonna
10
pour
years.
it down.
Yeah,
Trust
yeah.
her mom was in for parent teacher.
Look at the back of her arms. You think that's normal?
Yeah. Look, fuck college. Let me tell you about crypto.
Yeah.
Bitcoin all the way, baby.
Here's the tip to anyone in their 30s. Go, if you have your Facebook friends from high
Yeah.
school or your friends of friends, go find out who's divorced now. Because right around 28 to 33
Yes, the
is
first
when they start
batch.
getting divorced. So now these women are newly on the market. They've had maybe a kid, whatever. All you got to say is they want their youth back, but it's gone. Reach out to them and just go, hey, I just wanted to, you already know the divorce. Don't tell them you know. Just go, I always kind of had a thing for you in high school. True or not, doesn't matter. Because
Have you
now
ever done
they're
it?
feeling their power. They're feeling their power of like, oh
From
yeah,
their
I
prime,
was hot.
too, right?
And then I'll give it up.
Have you ever done that one?
No.
But you've heard it work.
Yeah, I've heard it work.
Yeah.
Psychologically, that makes
I mean,
sense.
Yeah.
probably true. Those are. It's always one of those things where the guy who does it, you're just like. I should mention I sent 1,000 of those.
Yeah, exactly.
I went to a big high
But
school.
it's
I just
also
went
not a
through
real
the.
risk.
I
It's
just
like-
went through the
yeah.
yearbook like one
Yeah.
by
Just
one.
reminiscing like, hey, in 8th grade, I always had a thing for you. Like, who cares?
Well, you
Don't
might
put it
also
out
get the
there.
message from like the guy being like, "Yo, stop messaging my wife."
Hey.
I love that you constantly make out how fucking busy you are, Ryan, and actually you're just on Facebook messaging former people you went to school with.
Who are you? So that's the first one. The no hazard of children.
Oh, yeah? Okay, I forgot what we were doing.
Well, we don't have after. There's a couple more. He
No,
says.
that's good. I like this.
Yeah.
Because through more experience, they are more prudent and discreet in conducting intrigue to prevent suspicion.
Wow, they're willing to be like, hey, why don't you leave first? I'll leave in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Or
It's
you can
an
trust them
amazing way to
leave later.
describe
These are worldly women.
They keep their mouths shut.
Yeah.
It is such an eloquent way to say all
It
this.
is.
They
You
are
can
prudent and discreet in conducting an intrigue to prevent suspicion.
He was basically like, when was he alive? 1700s?
It's the original pickup artist.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, basically.
Yeah.
This is like red. This is old
Wow.
school red pill shit. right
Yeah,
here.
this is it.
I this first time consider him now my forefather.
It's so funny explaining to a woman. One of the things I like you is you're prudent in conducting suspension. You're like, you mean that I'm not blowing up your spot 'cause you're married?
That's it.
I love like the guy, like the wife comes home, the guy's like his buddy's reading this. He's like, what are you reading? He's just like, nothing. He's just fucking
Yeah.
throws in the
No.
fire.
They will rarely key your carriage.
Man, this is what you need to do. This is how you can get away with everything. Imagine like Marcus Aurelius wrote a bit about how to crush pussy.
Just a couple chapters.
Yeah, but it's it's done in like in the classic Latin historical writing.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Wearing
how-
all leather will get you into the gay clubs.
Thou draped in leather.
Yeah, this is how you do it.
Not a
Oh, this guy
costume.
ruled.
would
Ben
be
Franklin rules.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
like
they put him on the 100 for a reason.
Yeah.
He calls banging them commerce too. The commerce with them is therefore safer in regard to your reputation. Also with regard to theirs. So that's actually good for you
Is that
too.
about
that you're-
prosties? What do you mean
No,
commerce?
he's saying. No, he's saying commerce. I think he's describing commerce.
What's the meaning of that?
I guess the commerce means money, but I don't think he's describing prostitutes. He's describing mistresses.
It might be like a trade. Isn't
yeah,
another meaning
the
of
trade,
commerce.
the trade between a man and a woman.
Oh, okay.
If the affair should happen to be known, considerate people might rather be inclined to excuse an old woman who would kindly take care of an old man, form his manners by her good counsels, and prevent his ruining his health and fortune among mercenary prostitutes. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna disagree with that one. I don't think if you're cheating on your wife, she's gonna love it if it's just like some old bag.
I think that's what she's saying. Like, take it easy on her.
But
She's 90.
they're not going to go after her like these fucking bitches trying to ruin her. It's like, it's like Camilla.
Yeah.
No
Who's Camilla?
one's that mad at her. She's the one who dated that fucking horse leader they have.
Prince Charles, Camilla
Prince
Parker.
Charles. What are you what are you talking about?
You
Have a bit of respect.
You have
For
some,
your
My
new king.
fucking king.
It's your new king too.
It's a new king. You come over. You're not even over there yet. And you're fucking slugging off our king. you
Ari's video's already
Slagging
ready
up.
for when he
Yeah,
does.
yeah. This is what. Yeah, listen. If you do this type of material, I'll be the one reporting you to the police. You.
you're going to use it.
I'll be calling them up. Yeah, he's doing hate speech, mate. Arrest him.
It's funny that this one doesn't apply. They'll keep their mouth shut because they have something to lose too. It's like that doesn't nowadays. It's like I fucked Bill Clinton. It's
Yeah,
like,
of
now you wanna-
course.
It's a different time.
Yeah, this is obviously the president too. So this is.
Right.
There's no Twitter back. There's no social media back then. So
It's just a blab.
yeah, you have to literally go on like a fucking Apple box in town square and just start.
Or you could just start.
Oh,
distributing
here's an amazing one. This is a real quote. Because the sin is less, the debauching of a virgin may be her ruin and make her life unhappy. So you're saying this, the old
actually
one's
a nice
already
one.
ruined.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
nice one. That's a nice one. It's like don't take somebody's virginity. They're
Yeah.
gonna fucking hold you
Yeah,
in high
yeah,
regard. You could let him be in love with her first.
That's not a bad one, right?
No, and you've got to bear in mind as well, this is way before antibiotics or any type of retrovirals. Most people were riddled at that time, including him.
Isn't that why they had the wigs?
Yeah, that is why they had the wigs. It's why they called someone, and that's why.
Why do they have the wigs?
Why
Why
do they
they
have
can't? Because syphilis came from South America to the UK. And what was happening was that it was one of the side effects of syphilis, one of the symptoms, is having the hair fall out, lesions. It would all look. That's
why the judges all wear those wigs.
That was the reason? Because they
Yeah.
all
That's why the judges
had
wear the
too many
wigs.
STDs?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're fucking getting it in.
When I
Yeah,
had
so
syphilis, I
that's
didn't get
why.
any of that. My
Yeah.
hair's still full.
Yeah,
You got a fucking full on afro. like-
yeah,
God,
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
Why did I use a condom?
yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, him should sell condoms.
You come home, you're like, hey, we need to talk. You're wearing one of those wigs. You're like, it's something I need to tell you.
She's like,
So-
you're a barrister? I'm like, yes, but that's not. I need to go into the reason why I'm a barrister.
Yeah. So that's why they were wearing those wigs. Like, you've heard of the
That
term.
sucked to get like a fucking prison sentence from a dude who has this like syphilis and sores all over his forehead.
You should not be part of it. I'm like, me? You're fucking Ecuadorian prostitutes.
Yeah.
That's so funny. And also, a guy bangs your wife, and then you get the wig, and then you knock on his door, and you're like, I think you've been banging my wife. He comes out with the wig. You're like, well, now it's settled.
Yeah.
That's how you find out.
But that's where the term. Have you ever heard the term bigwig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bigwig comes from like the people who are richer could afford a bigger wig.
Whoa.
That actually makes perfect sense. Interesting.
Yeah.
A big wig. Like,
Yeah.
we all have
Were there like
syphilis.
people who were like poor and they had just basically like a shitty toupee where it's like you
Yeah.
saw like
Small
the outline,
wig.
like you
Yeah.
saw like the outline. It was like a
Yeah.
mohawk wig.
Yeah.
They're like, I just can't afford a bigger one.
Yeah. To cover up your sores.
So the bigger the wig, but how expensive are these wigs?
Very expensive.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Why are they all white?
They're $10.99 now
because
on
everybody
Amazon.
was white back then.
But the hair's all white.
Gray. I mean.
Well, even people have black hair. It's still white when you're old.
Yeah. Because that's something you aspire to.
To be older.
Yeah. So
Probably there wasn't too many judges that weren't old too back then, right?
no, but everybody was kind of young back then because everyone just fucking died early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
So-
aspirational.
Yeah, exactly.
Syphilis in a wig.
You're syphilis in a wig.
And the bigger the wig, the bigger, more important you are.
Yeah, the
Seems
bigger-
like an
and the
easy
wo-
system to hack, though.
Yeah.
Do you know why
Show
the
up with the
streets are
biggest wig.
cobblestone there? In the UK?
Because I would just assume because they're old.
No, because when you stabbing kids, the blood doesn't puddle. It like soaks right into the in between the
Yeah.
cobblestones.
Yeah, no, I've heard that.
right
Yeah.
out to the port.
Yeah, and that's the reason that we had spiral staircases, so you couldn't have sword fights on there.
Yeah, that is actually true.
Down up.
Yeah. So it'd be much.
That's why you guys drive on the other side of the
a huge
road because of
problem.
jousting, right?
It's
Yeah,
so grand
probably.
to have
I think so.
sword fight
I
there.
think that's the
Yeah.
reason why you guys drive on the other side of the road is because when you joust, everybody's mostly right-handed, so then
Yeah.
you hold the joust with your right, so it wouldn't make sense to do it on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, we do here. We'd have to. Oh,
You'd have to
right.
be left-handed.
Yeah. So it's
So there's no jousting here.
yeah. There's no jousting because you're cucks. You're not real fucking
Yeah, we
men.
shoot each other here.
Yeah. So you were gonna have a great time over there.
We had jousting. My friend was in a frat. We made them get on tricycles and run at each other with pogo sticks.
Yeah, which side of the thing were they driving on?
They just went right at each other. They didn't have the form down.
Head on.
Yeah.
Pedge, face.
Yeah. We're gonna take you to a Weatherspoons, Ari. Have you been to a Weatherspoons?
Yeah. Weatherspoons are great.
What did you do? Did you bottle someone? That's the tradition.
Bottle someone.
Yeah, that's
just
it.
smash a bottle.
Bottle
of
over
it.
their head. Yeah.
No, I was just
So
an
the pre-
observer.
Yeah, Johnny just went and did the fucking thing. Yeah.
It was just an observer. They're all just like train station bars.
Yeah.
And
ev-
it's just like, oh, the trashiest, not even trash, just like classless, just like businessmen getting loaded.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like a crappy Irish pub here? Kind of like.
It's a bit Irish pubby, I would
Yeah.
say, but really it's just about like functional drink before you have to go home from your
Right.
business trip.
Yeah, the most depressing place on the planet is a Weatherspoons on a Tuesday morning.
Morning, right.
Yeah, in a morning.
What time do they open?
Like they open at 11:30. So you get people going to the rock and roll, as it's called, the Dole. Bit of Cockney rhyming slam. You got to learn all this.
I don't even know
What?
one thing you just said.
This is all over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to go
Over me noggin.
over me knocking, mate. Yeah. You see, you're learning it. Duck to water, son. So like
It's just alpha brain.
Yeah, it's you see, JJ was right. So you go on the rock and roll, right? The Dole.
Yeah.
So
The
and then
dole
you-
is like on welfare or whatever?
yeah, go
Isn't
on
someone who's
welfare.
on the doll like on the lamb? Isn't the doll like
No, the dole.
The Dole is Bob Dole.
Yeah,
Welfare that Bob Dole invented.
yeah.
Okay, go sorry.
Is that
So-
true?
No.
No.
The dole is like welfare. It's just
Welfare
like
is
some
what we
old
call the
British thing.
welfare. You're on
But
the
I thought
dole.
it was based on a
Doled
guy
out.
You
named
thought it was the name
Dole.
of
No.
former presidential candidate Bob Dole?
Yeah.
you
That's
think that's
correct.
when the doll started?
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
sticking with it now, even though you realize it's dumb.
He was the
You're a real
presidential
American.
candidate in the
You're a
90s.
real American now. He goes, clearly I'm wrong.
I
but
thought the
can stay with it."
slang on the Dole had something to do with the fact that Bob Dole was into welfare.
Yeah.
I love when you
Fruit company?
re-examine knowledge you have, like, but now that you're an adult and you just took it as not, and then you're like, oh, yep, there's no way that's right. Yep.
That makes 0 sense.
So and you go there. You
Are you telling me Starbucks has nothing to do with Mark Zuckerberg?
so you go on the rock and roll. You get your check. Then you go to the Spoons, and then
What's
you,
the
and
Spoons?
the
Weatherspoons.
Weatherspoons.
Oh,
You go
gotcha.
Spoons next door, and you get absolutely levered for 20 knicker.
And there's some cool people that go
Sounds
there
like you're
too.
speaking a different language right
20
now.
Nicker?
Yeah. 20 knicker, mate.
20 knickers is pounds.
Yeah, or a score. You say, I've got a score. I'm going to get
4 score.
20 knickers is a dangerous one. I
know.
That slang's got to be on its way out at this point.
No, knicker. So you've got 20 knicker or a score, which is 20.
I feel like this is you getting punched as you. No, you don't understand. I'm saying knicker.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's 20 pounds?
Yeah, a score is 20.
Okay.
4 scores.
Oh, okay. So you guys go by that. Okay. I think you're saying a score like you just got some money.
It goes 5, a tenner, a score.
Yeah.
Right, and then you've got half a ton, 50. Yeah. A ton is 100.
A stone?
Or a monkey. You can say I've got a monkey.
Nope, won't. Trap.
Probably, I'm not stupid.
Yeah. I may have been born on a Turday, but not yesterday.
Sorry. Monkey's 100?
Yeah, and then you got a grand, half a grand.
Grand off. I like that.
Yeah, so you got a grand. And then you put it in your skyrocket, your pocket.
You're making shit up now.
No, I'm not.
Now you're making shit up. I would have heard of some of these.
Apple and pears, stairs.
What?
Yeah. You guys
just call stairs apples and pears?
You go up the apple and pears.
Oh, my God.
What? And then...
Strawberry tart cart.
Yeah, strawberry tart cart, yeah. And then it's so many of them. You go for a Ruby Murray curry.
Yeah.
But they even shorten it even then. So next time when we're in London, we all go out for a Ruby.
And that's
curry?
what?
That's just
curry.
Indian food?
Curry? Yeah.
It's Indian food.
You wouldn't catch me going up for a Ruby.
Or an FBI.
What is that?
Fucking big Indian.
What?
If you like a big Indian dude?
No, like a big Indian
meal.
You guys need like a Donald Trump who will come in and just get rid of all this slang.
Yeah, no more British slang.
You need someone to drain the slang swamp.
Drain the slang. Drain the slang.
Drain the slang.
For guys because for a culture that's very much like we created the language, we say it right. We also replaced all our other words with fake words.
All this cutesy bullshit.
Yeah. That's what happens when you. It sounds like girls got in charge of the linguistic stuff too much.
No, this is our culture. How dare you?
Well, anyways, the last thing he says, eighth and lastly, you want to bang an old chick because they're grateful. That's the last one. Yeah.
Look, and that's the thing with great writing; it resonates through the ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, like slang and berries. Or
wow.
Yeah.
The cool thing about Weatherspoons, I don't know if you know this, it was one of the only places during the Troubles or whatever they call it that that they allowed trash cans because the IRA was like they've suffered enough if they're in here.
That is a lie, but it's a good lie because Weatherspoons weren't around during the Troubles, but they're relatively modern.
So you guys have all these crazy slangs, and then when you're all blowing each other up, you're just like, it's just the Troubles.
Yeah,
you don't
it's
have
a
some
trouble.
cutesy thing for that.
No, well,
that's the cutesy thing.
That is a cutesy thing because it was glorified civil war, mate.
Whenever I travel, I learn stuff about other cultures, and then about a month later, I don't know it, and someone says it like 3 years later, and I go, okay, right. Like even when I was in like Ireland, the fact that you go Northern Ireland and there's the two different Irelands, and they had this whole history. Like I didn't know that, and then I forget about it immediately. Like, oh, there's one Ireland.
Yeah. I mean, which makes you a Republican.
Is that what's Republican? They don't know about Irish stuff?
No, but they just say there's only one island.
Oh, I see what you...
Those are the Southern Ireland?
Well, apparently my mom's like, we're from Belfast and we need to go there. And I thought it was just Ireland. And they're like, no, that's Northern Ireland. It's a different thing. And
it's
blah, blah, blah.
way different thing. Are you Protestant or Catholic?
He's not.
I'm a Protestant or Catholic.
I think you're Protestant.
I would say neither.
Anglican.
Please.
What's that?
You're a Protestant. You're
Protestant.
Protestant. Yeah.
Anglican.
Is that the good one?
Catholic Church, isn't it?
That's who you ask.
No, Anglican isn't. Anglican is a Protestant church.
Yeah. Catholics don't have variations. You're just Catholic. Or I guess Roman Catholic.
Yeah, there are variations of Catholicism, but when the church split because of Henry VIII, who also, it was rumoured, was syphilitic, especially to the end of his days, they then split it off into various different factions.
It's weird because they hate each other. There's such different factions where they'll fight each other. Yeah, Jews don't have that level of faction.
No.
They're just like, no, we just have different customs, but not like, fuck, I'll kill you.
Israelis are annoying.
Yeah, it's more regional.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know there was a bar we used to do comedy in Toronto that was owned by this Jewish family, and they're like, we won't hire Israelis ever.
Really?
Well, you always hate the thing that's a little more because you hate what you know. You know, it's like you're gonna hate the comedian that does what you do poorly more than you hate the guy that just does some other thing.
Political comic, like it's just not for me.
Just some different thing entirely. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it calls attention to yourself.
And you know why it's annoying. You know, because you have very strong opinions on these little things.
Yeah, me and Metzger talk about it all the time. We both came from very religious backgrounds, and like Okerson is like, I'm Jewish. I don't hate Jews the way you did.
You grew up that way. Yeah.
It's like I have some. Metzger has like such such anger still.
I have a little bit of that where I develop more disdain to the thing that I'm around. I can find myself, if I'm around something more, it'll shift me to whatever the opposite of that is.
Right. So when you see pedophiles, you're like, I do it better than you.
No, I leave that and be like, I hate this pedophile shit. Right. Where was they're not around? I'm like, are we really?
Yeah, right.
It's an orientation. Come on.
Yeah, they're maps.
We're maps. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You went on Bluesky. And
yeah. Crazy. What's the pedophile stuff going on Bluesky?
Oh, Danny, you just told me there's an update on Bluesky.
Oh, well, it's like pedophile city. It's crazy. The amount of people who are like just we're maps, like the minor attracted persons or whatever.
Is Hollywood mad that you're calling that pedophile city now?
They're on there. Rob Reiner just had to check into. Rob Reiner went on Bluesky, and then he goes, "It's so toxic on here," where he's basically like checking into like a rehab.
Wow, it is. All those things are so. I love how people, when Elon Musk took over Twitter, like, fine, I can go back on there. I'm like, what? You think it's a fun place to be now?
Yeah,
because it was shitty before, shitty afterwards. Even not left or right. It's just a terrible place.
Sure. This is literally from 9 hours ago. Rob Reiner's post. I've made the decision to take the next few days to check into a facility for peace and relaxation. No phones, social media, no trolls. Just calmness to heal my pain over Trump. And this is because he went on Bluesky to be like, oh, it'll be chill over here.
But everyone's screaming.
It's still too toxic for him. Because a lot of the trolls, once Bluesky started, like people on Twitter were like, oh, Bluesky's like kind of popping off. They're all going over there. Then all these people.
It's a great place to get people.
Well, then all the trolls on Twitter are like, yeah, we'll just follow you over there. You can't stop us.
I mean, if it's like you see a bunch of seagulls diving in the water, go, hey, let's get away from our spot and go over there. There's fish there. What a beautiful place.
But that's kind of just a beautiful metaphor for human nature. Like,
but I mean,
we're going to open this place. It's going to be nice. Everyone's going to be kind.
Have an echo chamber that we wanted.
He's checking into like a mental facility over Trump winning.
That's so funny. They sold themselves in the idea that it is full German Nazism.
Yeah.
And then when they're like, wait, most of this country is German Nazis?
Sure.
You're like, oh, what? And they can't go, oh, I think that was wrong.
But he's not even like, he's rich. Like, go move to London or something.
So many rich people saying it's hard for them.
I was telling Francis we were dying the other day at our buddy who was saying that like there's like this person that is very sympathetic to Israel stuff, and we're saying to get on her good side, but he's German, being like, yeah, my grandfather's actually in the Holocaust. Like, must have lost a lot of people. Like, yeah, right at the end there for sure.
Those last few days were tough.
Well, Camp, you sort of moved around a little bit. It's like I was dying.
You know, like my mom's South American. Like, you met so many people in Venezuela whose family were German.
Blue eyes.
Well, yeah, and they're like, when did you come over? Oh, 1947, 6. You're like, I know what your dad did. I wonder how you bought this beautiful house.
Hitler's cousin moved to New York City. There's like a whole family of Hitlers. They obviously changed their name.
Jimmy Hitler.
Yeah, no, it's something. It's like Tim Hitler or something.
Did you hear about?
That's what they call Tim Dillon.
Did you hear about Hitler's great nephew who got actually arrested, charged, and put in prison for being a pedophile?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's the funny
disgracing
thing,
the Hitler name.
Yeah.
Hitler would have been mad about that.
Yeah, he would have been fucking furious.
Hitler's like, I get why you don't like me. I'm still against that.
Dragging the family name through the mud.
Yeah, so many pedophile facts.
Yeah. So very pedo episode.
Yeah.
Imagine one Britain here. We go straight to pedophilia.
Yeah.
The
whole country. Well, anyways, you're moving there, so
mate, I'm inoculating you. So you're gonna go over and you're gonna come out doing paedophile gags in Cockney rhyming slang. You're gonna in about give it 6 weeks. You'll be selling out the O2. your special will be on the BBC.
Could you just call the Oxygen? Why do they keep doing O2?
Why do they keep doing the O2?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think of the Liam Gallagher brothers getting back together? Is that a big deal for you?
No.
See how long it lasts. See if they actually make it to New York.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the ticket sales look pretty brisk, so they'll be walking away from a chunk of change if they.
Oh, you kidding me?
Yeah. They're selling, huh?
Oh, they're playing MetLife.
Wow.
That's gonna be you after your hiatus coming back to America.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it. I mean, I saw them at Glastonbury once in my tent, like, whichever one of them playing Wonderwall. I'm trying to sleep, and I'm like, this is fucking lovely. Oh, what a band!
No, you're like, you hear Wonderwall, you go, shut the. Oh, it's actually them.
Better someone at the fire.
Shut the. Oh, it's them. Okay.
No, you went to Glasgow.
Glasgow, yeah.
Yeah. When did you go?
The Cure year. It
Which
was
was-
The Cure. Lizzo was there. It was like
Lizzo?
I think it was 2019.
2019.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
right-
so recent.
Yeah,
Did you have a good time?
blast. I got on the comedians one. Like, we have place for you to stay. I'm like, no, I'm tenting with, like, I got a group.
Good choice.
Yeah, and they were like, do you want to use showers? I'm like, I got wet wipes.
What
fine.
now?
Wet wipes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, we had right by the fucking toilets where was our little camp, so the wind would shift. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
fuck. But at least we didn't get pissed on much because people were like, you're already right by the toilets. Don't
Yeah.
piss on these tents.
Yeah.
Just go right there.
Yeah. It's great. They were
Yeah,
incredible.
up the
bands.
hill from Pyramid Stage. So
Yeah.
god damn, what a fucking festival it was. They had something for everybody. There's kids. They had a whole kids section where, like, don't bug them.
Yeah.
And then they had the all night fucking giant robot blasting fire.
Yeah.
And that went to like 5 a.m. You can't sleep near there.
No.
But God, you'd go to sleep when the sun came up and try to.
It's an amazing festival.
Yeah.
really-
Should be sponsored by Barocca. It's
Yeah.
the only way to survive it.
Was
Yeah.
Barocca?
Look how we've left you
Yeah,
guys.
I don't know
Yeah.
what.
What are we talking about here? I saw Oasis once.
Barocca, I would say Barocca is Ozempic.
Barocca. You need to
Barocca,
fucking- you need to
it's-
fucking change.
Barocca is Ozempic for hangovers.
Yeah, that's what. So when you, because everybody is a functional alcoholic in
Yep.
the UK, it's the only way to survive the weather and the general air of misery.
It's a drink?
Yeah,
It's
it is a
fizzy,
drink.
it's a tablet. It fizzes up, and
Yeah.
then it's tons of vitamins, make your urine like urine orange.
Orange, and then you go to work, and then you do your terrible job.
Do one before and one the next day. No
Yeah.
hangovers. You get through
Wow.
Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Good.
Hasn't that taken off here?
You can get it only on
There's
Amazon.
versions
It's
of
in
it.
every pharmacy there. Bayer
Yeah.
owns it here, but like you can get it on Amazon, and you should.
Yeah.
It's great for before you drink. It's got a little caffeine in it, so
Did you
beware.
used to get fucking super hungover, then go into your job as a teacher?
Yeah.
It's classic, eh?
Yeah. But the kids behaved because if
They knew.
if you came
They
near
were also
them,
a little hungover.
yeah.
A little right actions. Yeah.
You just breathed on them and they fucking died. So
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
Francis was like, "Let me show you about the uniting the right and the left." Just give them those. Now take your seat.
Yeah. So you know that's how you kept control.
Baraka, it really is good. You have one in the morning, you're like, oh, fuck, and you're like, oh, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like really within 10 minutes.
Yeah, it is genuinely. That's when
That might be the country's greatest export.
Yeah, it might well be. So
For
like,
real.
so if you're having a bad day, you're like, oh mate, like I feel fucking terrible. It's not even a question anymore. People go, have you had Barocca? You're like, of course.
Of course, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, it's not even a question. It is now part of the tapestry, the rich tapestry of my fine nation.
Nice.
That reminds me of Joe List bit about it. He was like talking to his wife. He was in a hotel, and he was like, I'm having trouble sleeping. And she goes, have you tried masturbating? He goes, oh, that's so sweet that you thought I hadn't thought of masturbating.
Yeah, we're already cranked 3 out.
Well, that's your brain's first thing to you. They go, yeah, why don't you jerk off? And you're like, why don't you fuck off?
Like waking up and your sock's still around your dick. You're like, wow, it really did the trick.
You put a sock on your dick?
What do? Just fucking freewheel it? Let it fly anywhere?
Yeah, because I'm a
yes.
rebel.
You live in a humid environment.
Yeah.
You put the sock on the dick?
I don't put the sock on the dick. He puts the
You
sock
put the sock on the dick?
Yeah, inside out, so it's smoother.
Her sock? You just pop one up?
Yeah.
And then it's like, then the whole thing just whoop, gone.
What type? What, like a gym sock?
Yeah, like anything. No,
Well,
Yeah, but doesn't it kind of kill the vibe? You're looking down.
you're not
and
looking
you
for
see
vibe at that point,
No,
right?
we're
You're,
just- wait,
you're a
wait.
big vibe guy when you're cranking one out.
Yeah.
You're looking down and you see the sock. That's your problem.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you're masturbating,
Yeah.
you stare at it.
No, but if I catch.
This does nothing for
You're
me.
looking at your own dick to masturbate. See, maybe that's a across the pond situation.
Yeah.
We're looking at the porn site.
Or it may be that I'm a flagrant narcissist.
You
I don't
might
know.
be.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah. But like, yeah.
This is all a bunch of nonsense.
But you've got to check that out, by the way. It's incredible. But anyway, no. But you feel it feels doesn't it?
Now you just do lightly. It's just like it feels like when you were younger and just rubbing it through. You
All
got to
right.
go smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I do one of these, the
little
Indian
teepee,
fire.
yeah.
It's like a prison fleshlight, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prison fleshlight.
Oh, I love it.
I can now see why it's called the Boys Cast, and you've got mainly male viewers and,
Sure.
and listeners.
Sure, yeah.
I can imagine this doesn't appeal to the vast majority of the ladies.
Well, heaven forbid you disgrace a masturbation session with a sock. The Queen did not intend for that.
No, she didn't. God rest her soul. You shut your fucking whore mouth.
I miss
Don't
her.
you
I miss her.
say
the
anything.
colonialism, she was great. She was fucking power. She did a lot. Man, I made a lot of Trump. She fucking took over. Took no shit from anybody. All she did was handshakes and fucking destroy India.
Yeah, as she
Brought back
should.
crappy spices that she should have left there.
Yeah, as she should.
Gave you a
man.
national dish of curry.
Without
Yeah.
her, we have no late night food in my new country.
Yeah.
The food would have been way better if they didn't bring back all this nonsense.
Yeah. Is it Great Britain or England?
Right. Here's the thing.
I literally asked them this exact same thing the other day.
Right. Okay. So it depends. So we're
it's
talking
5
about
minutes,
United Kingdom, which is Northern Ireland, Scotland, England, Wales.
Yeah.
Great Britain, which is England, Scotland, Wales, and then England is its own like little kingdom, like a little
So do
country.
they consider Scotland a country?
Yeah. No, we don't.
Yes
We
and no.
consider them like kind of like a.
Provinces?
It's a bit strong. It's kind of, you know, your kind of alcoholic little brother who lives in the shed at the bottom of your garden and that you have to subsidise.
Yeah.
That's basically the Scots.
Alaska.
Wow. Well, you're going to push that 1%. They're gone, bro. They're gone.
And let's not get onto the Welsh. Have you been there? Have you seen them?
They're rare bit.
Now, where is Walsh?
Wales.
Southwest.
Yeah, well, the Welsh is this like little country over there where they're all. It's
It's their New Zealand.
No, it's not. It's a third world country. It's really poor. It's
Shots
really sad.
fired. Musket shots fired.
You walked, Ari, but he does have to leave. We have 5 o'clock. This is so yeah. He's got to rip out. So we will wrap this up. Where can we find you? He's got a big dinner with some big celebrities. We can't talk about it, but
who's your
I'll give
dinner
you
with?
Adrian Appalucci
Oprah
and
and-
Louis C.K.
Why am I
You
not
heard
invited?
of him?
Oh, yeah. And Oprah's coming, too, to protest us.
Prince Harry. Ari Shaffir, he's got a big tour coming up.
The farewell tour,
You be
Pittsburgh,
tripping?
Denver, Seattle, Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, Portland, Tahoe, and many others. Go to arishafir.com. My new podcast. What's it called?
You Be Trippin'?
You Be Trippin'. Danny's on. This is coming out.
When are you leaving?
January, February, June.
Okay, so you're here for a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love you.
Right.
Peace, brother.
Peace,
Later.
peace.
And then Francis, you all know him and love him from Trigonometry. Do you say trigonometry or trigonometry?
Trigonometry.
Francis
And
Ford Nopula.
right, you can fuck off, mate. I'm going to get you turned away from the border. So yeah, I've also got a podcast called a new one called Francis Foster Sorts Your Life Out. We're going to have to get all your
Yes.
boys on it.
Yeah.
And follow me on the socials, Francis J. Foster.
Yes, sir. All right. The Boys Cast. Appreciate you. Peace.
Later.